Yo, we back.
What
Episode
up,
2, man. How you feeling?
I feel good. How you feel?
I feel great, man. It's been too long. We gotta keep the pace of this shit going.
Yeah.
I think it's been a little over a month now. You feel me? So
Yeah. So we gonna pray for Tristan Thompson.
bruh,
What?
relax.
Cool.
We gotta roll into these topics.
Come on, man, I can't pray
Why you
for
want to
the
get
brother?
straight to the gossip? You just like a bitch. You want to get straight
come
into
on,
the
man.
gossip like a female.
First and foremost, Charlie Clips, I want to tell you this. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Straight
What type of grown ass man want to get straight into the gossip?
Because that's the homie. I'm looking out for the homie Tristan.
You sound what's my nigga Dame say?
Who?
You sound real like a chatty patty right now. Bro.
You really gonna talk about Dame after the shit he just pulled this week?
I fuck with Dame. We're gonna talk about Dame.
We gonna talk about that. You gonna apologize afterwards, just like him, you
All right,
asshole.
man. Would you, baby girl? Would you feel comfortable talking about Tristan?
Don't call me
first?
baby girl, man. Father, fuck you, dude.
Would you feel?
Man,
do you
father,
feel
fuck
comfortable
you,
talking?
dude. Fuck you, dude. That's
you
the
wanna
first
talk
fuck
about-
you of the day, man. Fuck you.
Damn, man. We live on episode 2.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, man. Damn. What's the fucking name of our podcast?
The right angle.
The Right Angle, episode 2, The Right Angle. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank because I don't usually start with another man. I don't start my conversations off about gossip.
Here he go.
So you kind of threw me off, bro.
Here he go.
You kind of
With
fucking
gossip.
threw me off.
All right.
But,
Well, you lost to JC. How about that?
That's a fact.
Yeah, you lost.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
he want to talk shit. You lost.
So
Asshole.
speaking of battle rap, speaking of losing and losses and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Let's start off there. We had since our last episode, it's been like a month. So we had Value.
Hold on. I'm strapped in. I clap you in the coma. I love that shit, dude. I love that dude, man. I love that dude.
This dude's a fucking movie buff. You call me out of nowhere saying like movie. This is gonna
Hey,
be your
you know
new
what
thing.
else I like that man, I love this shit. What did Danny say? This whack MC got another round of this shit. Yikes! That shit is hard, dude.
Oh
That shit
my
is hard.
God, bro.
Boy, God, nigga.
You can tell.
Come on, dude.
You can tell he's new to the culture.
Whatever, that shit's exciting. You mad because you ain't got no shit like that.
I got a dope ass.
Your
slogan.
shit is whack. Your shit is whack. How's this shit go again? What's your shit? What? I just drew a blank. Dude. Your shit whack, dude.
My shit's something last hour, Black Power. Some
Yeah.
shit. Some simple.
And if
rhymes.
these are your last days, Mikey, this is your last hour.
Yeah,
Get
some
the
sim-
fuck out of here,
some
dude.
simple shit. My
Yeah, that
apologies.
shit was weak,
I'm gonna make it
dude.
more intricate for you.
Yeah, you ain't New Jersey twerk. That shit hard. Hey, by the way, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that battle.
Which one?
The one he just had with Clips.
Oh,
With your
yes.
big bro.
Yes, indeed. Let's do that. So that was on Volume 4, the Smack series. How you feel about that series, that small room setting?
That shit was dope. I like everything. I think
You watched the other ones, right? The
I
other
watched
volumes?
all of them. The only one that I wasn't interested in, and this is just me personally, I wasn't really. There ain't no disrespect to the dudes, O-Red and the Don. What's his name? John the Don.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling it. I'm not. They not my cup of tea. So they could be dope. They're just not my. I don't like them. They're not for me.
Fair enough.
But I watched it and I just wasn't entertained. But I think T-Top killed QP. Man, that's the dude's name, right?
Oh yeah.
Dude, man, that was a body. But
Have
I
you
feel
ever
bad
seen-
for him though too. Though.
Have you ever seen the early QP? Have you seen QP versus B Magic?
Nah, I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you now. No.
Okay, in his prime, early in his career,
Yeah.
he was one of them dudes like with star power like out of this world. Like everybody pretty much knew like he was about to be like the next thing coming. Like he was smoking shit, bro. He had everything. He has charisma,
Yeah.
punchlines,
I
comfortability.
personally like him. I know what you're talking
No,
about.
but you're seeing.
like him. Though.
I'm letting you know like you're not seeing like
The best of him.
yeah.
Well,
like,
I just felt bad because he just seemed like demoralized. Like it was something. It just. I don't know, bro. He didn't
There's
seem like
definitely-
his head wasn't in it.
if you go
I felt
back-
bad for him.
Yeah, if you go back and watch some of his older shit, you can definitely see like there's something different going on with him. Whether he just don't care about battle rap anymore, he just taking checks. I don't know what it is, but early in his career, he was that dude.
But I think the dopest shit of the night, well, there was a lot of dope shit, but to me, the dopest shit is when Run Through the Lob for Geechee. Man, that shit was gangster in the
That was
first
hard.
round. That shit was dope.
Got
He
him.
said, Got him.
Alley-oop to Gotti. That's a
Yeah.
rim rocker. That
That
shit
shit
was
was
crazy.
hard, dude.
Yeah, Rum is a different animal. He's an alien,
Yeah.
bro. So that was Rum versus Suge.
Yeah.
So let's go through how you called the battles in.
Yeah.
And we only starting it off with battle rap because you want to fucking talk about battle rap. I want this podcast to be like about like other cool things going on in life. You know, get a
Aren't
little
you a
deep
battle
and
rapper?
introspect. I'm fucking.
Ain't
not.
you a battle rapper,
I'm a
Dan?
terrible battle rapper though.
Yeah, that part. That part.
Right. So let me. I'm trying to. You know, other shit. You know, books and clothing.
Okay, we'll get to that. You got to give them, you know,
No,
the
no,
candy
of course.
before you give them the medicine.
Of course, I'm letting
right.
the listeners know.
Okay.
That we talking about battle rap, so you can get your little rocks off because you're new to the culture.
I ain't new to the culture. You are successful because of me, bro. We discussed this already. They don't watch you. They watch me. They watch me.
They don't even know who you are.
That's all right though. Come on, man. Let's talk about something else.
They didn't know if you Kanye West in the background.
Dude, I saw that in the comments. Whoever said I look like Kanye, that was hilarious, dude. Because I didn't see that.
You look like a mixture of both of them.
Yeah, you look like an anorexic Charlie Clips, though. Yeah, you look like Wolverine with your mustache. You look like Wolverine, dude.
You can't even. You know what? You look better with the full. I don't know why you don't do that no more.
What the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how you like.
Cause you really look Mexican now.
That's all right though. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm half Mexican. Yeah, so last name Martinez, by the way. But
how you gonna be Black Power half Mexican? We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. So
all right, tell me how you really feel.
No, I'm fucking with you.
Hey, ain't you from Nicaragua? Where you from, homie?
My father's mother is from Nicaragua.
Yeah.
By way of.
Here you go.
No.
Go ahead, explain the bullshit.
By way of Africa, like.
All right.
The mini Africans.
All right, let's get back on the battle rap shit. I don't even want to know about you.
Okay, let's go.
I care less about you.
That watch is ugly as fuck.
This watch is hard.
What the fuck is that?
This is an Invicta. Are you tripping? You smoking.
A what?
An Invicta?
What the fuck
What you
is
got
that?
on your wrist?
I don't wear watches. But
you need to wear a watch?
No.
What time is it?
Bro, I don't.
What time is it?
These are fucking smartphones. You don't need a fucking.
How old is your smartphone? I got a 10. What you got?
No, I don't do that. I don't care.
Let's battle. Let's battle phones. My phone better than yours.
Bro, tell me what the fuck.
Get back. Come on, man.
What's going on with that watch?
This watch is hard. Can y'all see this?
Explain it.
Explain it. This is beautiful.
That shit like a video game console on your wrist.
You tripping. This is velvet. You tripping.
Velvet?
This is beautiful. Look at that.
Can I see it?
I'm not taking it off, homie. I'm not taking it off, Debo.
That nigga said this is velvet.
I ain't taking it off, Debo.
You crazy.
Can we get back on the battle rap?
I'm sorry.
Get back on topic, host.
Yeah, how we calling them? So we had Twerk versus Charlie's.
Yeah, your big bro.
Yeah, how we calling it?
I love Twerk, but I personally feel like Clips, won that 2-1. I think he won the second and the third.
I get so frustrated.
But the second is debatable, though. The second is, if you got Twerk winning 2-1, I'm not mad at you either, because Twerk is the shit. But that third was just so weak to me. His third was garbage.
I don't think the second is debatable.
Yeah.
I think if any round is debatable, I'm gonna kind of say the third. Even though Twerk was light, I felt like Charlie was kind of light too. I feel like Charlie's second was incredible. It was crazy with the whole impersonation. I feel like he nailed that. Yeah. I get so mad with Twerk though, because like that first round, right? Yeah. It just showed like if he does that,
when he's locked in, oh my God,
he can't fucking lose. He has all the intangibles.
He's dope.
He's aggressive. Yeah. He has great delivery. Yeah. Idioms, metaphors, simile. Yeah. Like he has everything.
I literally went back and just did my homework on him. I'm a fan. I like what he does.
Twerk is incredible.
He's dope.
He's the best pure talent in battle rap.
But T-Top though, get back on that battle. T-Top is dope too though. Like
T-Top
is sick. Rum. I got T-Top winning that 3-0. Obviously.
Yeah, T-Top.
And then Rum. We talk about that. I got him winning 2-1. Maybe even a 3-0.
Yeah, I got him 2-1 for sure.
Maybe even a 3-0, being honest with you.
But I was definitely impressed by Suge. Suge was dope. Suge was definitely dope. I was impressed by Suge. He's normally not known for being able to like battle in that type of setting. The small rooms is just punches and shit like that. He stepped up his punch count and he got
what it is for me with Suge? It's almost like I can see the fear in his eyes when he battling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can just, like, as big as he is, it look like he be getting punked on camera sometimes. I be like, dude, like, I just being real with you. Like, I don't know. It just looked like Rum and GEECHI, they punked him on camera. It just looked like, yo, you got punked. To me, I'm sorry.
Suge is solid. I know. I
he might be.
No, he's solid.
But he got punked on camera.
Nah, you tripping.
All right, whatever.
O-Red and John.
I don't care to talk about that. It was boring.
O-Red is amazing.
No, he probably is.
John is amazing too. John is like sneaky good. It's like he knows how to win battles. Like it's nothing that's like blowing you away per se, but he just knows how to win.
I don't know why. Why does he remind me like of J. Cole? I don't know why. It just, I don't know.
J. Cole.
It's just bothering me. Every time I look at him, I'll be like, bro, you look like J. Cole.
I don't get that vibe. And I fuck with John. That's my guy.
He cool.
It's hard to call that battle. First of all, that first round by John.
I can't even, with the whole clothes and all that.
Fucking amazing.
The whole clothes. I got to go back and watch that. Because I was
shit
just
was
like,
fucking genius, bro. That's like next level shit. If he would have did that, bro.
They was talking about that on Champion. Jay Black was talking about how, you know, it really hit with the crowd. And if you do a move like that and if it don't hit, it's not going to go over.
For those who haven't seen it and don't know what we're talking about, he was basically doing this whole scheme of his wardrobe.
But you don't want to tell them too much, though.
Well, I just want them to know why I'm saying it's genius is because, like, he was able to, like, it was the poise, too. He didn't speed through it. He kind of just...
That's what Jay Black was talking about. He was talking about how... He kept his composure.
Look at you. You be watching Champion now?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You like really a battle rap fan.
Champion. I like when he do that. He be doing this. He be like, "What's up with this? Why they do that?"
That's his thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay Black.
Yeah, I want to go on that show too.
I'm sure they'd be happy to have you.
Yeah,
as my replacement.
As your replacement.
Yeah, you can do all the things in battle rap that I don't want to do no more.
You don't want me to replace you.
Remember, I do. I told you I'll ghostwrite for you.
You can't say that on. They gonna use that against me, dummy. What's wrong with you? You can't. That's why I won't battle rap. But I will. I'm gonna be real with you. You can ghostwrite for me on the track, and I'll act like it's mine.
All right, bet.
Yeah, on some Blueface stuff, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
All right, bet. So we had the Volume 4 event. Also, we just had recently the RBE event. Shout out to ARP. What's the name of that event? What was it called?
Gates 3.
Pearly Gates 3. The headliner of that event obviously was Hollow versus Mav. Some other dope battles on there as well. It was Calico versus Big K. You familiar with any of them?
Yeah, but I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. I wasn't interested in that.
But you didn't even watch these battles though.
Nah, I wasn't interested.
I gotta shoot you to log in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't interested in.
It was a dope.
We talked about that. I know Math is probably a legend, and I like Hollow. Hollow is cool at times because he really funny. Like I watched the face-offs.
Yeah. The
face-offs were dope. Like that was very entertaining. I think Hollow is like he really knows how to sell a fight or sell a pay-per-view or whatever.
But that fight sold itself just based on the history.
Yeah, and I don't know too much about the history. So, but Mav Mav could be really dope. I just don't. He just don't.
Mav, the crazy thing, I'm from the West, and nobody from the West seems to like Mav because of the whole disaster beef or whatever.
Maybe that could be it too. I'm just being honest.
No, not from you. I'm saying from like the battle rap culture in the West, like the other battlers, just the culture of it. I'm probably the only one that really likes Mav. Like I really like.
But I'm being fair. I'm gonna be fair and say I haven't actually paid attention to him. So that's not cool. I ain't gonna sit here and give my opinion.
Once you really get into Mav, you're gonna enjoy the authenticity of him. Like he just come off like a real street dude from the jump, like from his early days.
Like my introduction to Mav though was the Serious thing, and I was just like Serious growing up for me.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you bit off of. I'm being real with you. Serious is like
back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, Serious Jones was the man. So when he did that,
the problem with Serious Jones is he still got that same style.
Okay.
Right now, that shit is outdated. Shit don't work.
That's fine.
He just battled.
I heard he just battled too. That's funny.
He was on that card, right?
Was he on that card?
He was on the same.
Serious Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, he battled Ill Will.
Ill Will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard he got busy. I saw a little clip though. I saw a little clip of he posted on his
That's how it goes. That's what battle rappers do. They post their shit.
Come on, man.
They post like their clips.
And you don't do that?
I do.
Thank you.
That part. It was probably Serious's best performance.
Thank you.
Yeah? Okay. I didn't watch the whole thing.
You better pay respect.
I'm a big Ill Will fan, my pops. I did early in my battle rap career in 2000. What was that? 6.
Yeah.
I did come off a little Serious Jones-ish.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm not gonna lie.
Up. Yeah,
I did. For anybody that wants to go do their research,
he was dope though.
That's when Serious was killing Jen and all them in the Fight Club.
What was it? That's what it was called, Fight Club.
Yeah. So,
yeah, that was dope.
Shout out to Serious. I fuck with you, bro. But I'm a big Ill Will fan, and I just kind of felt I watched a little bit of it, and I just kind of felt like Ill was smoking him. That's just me. Maybe I got to go back and watch it.
But then there's a lot of people that in battle rap, and I'm gonna be real with you, where their names are like is popping like Ill Will, O-Red, and I know O-Red won Champion of the Year last year, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like they just don't make. Like I'm not the average battle rap fan.
Yeah.
So there's certain people that I go looking for off top.
Yeah.
GEECHI's one. Yeah. ARSONAL obviously.
Yeah.
Twerk, of course. Hey, and as quiet as it's kept, I like Danny though too. I love Danny. Danny is
legend.
dope,
Yeah,
dude.
Danny's a legend.
I go checking for certain people. Rum is sick. I told you I love Rum.
Yeah.
Man, so yeah, this is a few people I go checking for, but that's just to name a few. Yeah.
Dope.
But speaking of that, well, who do you have winning the Danny battle?
Danny and who?
What's dude name?
Danny wasn't on that card.
Chef Tress? Yeah,
Oh, on the other card.
because you skipped that part.
Oh, I'm West Coast biased.
Okay.
Nobody from the West loses.
So is the West Coast? So let me ask you this: is the West running battle rap right now?
Won. I mean,
Is the West running battle rap?
Technically, yeah. Because the West, nobody from the West Coast loses.
You about to catch a whole lot of hell off of that comment.
Fuck. They know I don't give a fuck. I be on Twitter talking shit. That's what I'm saying. You get on Twitter because I be on Twitter talking shit to all them East Coast fans.
Yeah.
They know I don't give a fuck. I'm the worst.
But if you talking like that, you know you're gonna have to get down where you mad at. Meaning you gonna have to get back in this ring and battle somebody.
I will never battle in New York ever again in my life.
Come on, man. You
Like for what? See, that's the problem.
You
I'm not gonna let nobody or no coast or no narrative paint itself to the point where it's like, y'all West Coast dudes gotta come here. We already did it. I already did it.
I do get that perspective.
Because it's that bullshit shit. It's the same shit they try to pull on us in hip hop back in the early 90s, late 80s.
Right.
It was this thing where like, y'all West Coast dudes, y'all ain't lyrical. Y'all gotta prove it to us because we the fathers of hip hop, which is true, but I don't give a fuck like that. You know what I mean? If you nice, you nice. You know what I mean? So I did that. I went out to New York. I battled.
Who on the East Coast is holding it down though like that? That you would say like a new
battle
cat?
rap?
Yeah, a new cat that's holding it down. Because it seems like all the East Coast cats is like the.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, I mean,
it depends
that's the
on what
only
you
one.
call East Coast. Like, you think about when I think
When
about
I think of East Coast,
New York,
I'm thinking New York. Okay, what New York battle rapper is like holding it down right now?
not too many. Who?
Tayshaun.
Is he considered to be in y'all class or is he a little
No,
bit
he's a
older?
fucking
That's what I'm
legend.
saying. I'm talking about like a new cat, like a GEECHI, like you know what I'm saying, like a new cat, like a you.
It's people that I like that I believe have the potential to be amazing. There's like a Chess, the young dude Chess. He probably not.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple times. He choke a lot though.
And I really like Mike P. He get a bad rap, but I think he's an incredible rapper.
Hey, I ain't gonna front. I like Mike P.
Yeah,
I like Mike
P
P.
is dope.
Mike P is cool.
I like Steams. Steams is dope.
I ain't checked him out yet.
Steams is from
Check
Brooklyn.
him out. Yeah.
It's a couple cats. I don't want to talk about fucking battle rap.
Oh my God. All right, let's.
damn.
But wait, we gotta talk about battle rap because we gotta talk about the GEECHI and Arsenal.
Oh shit.
That's
Okay.
the last one.
Go ahead.
Who do you got winning?
The floor is yours.
No, who do you
I
got
just
winning?
told you, nigga. Nobody from the West Coast loses.
You did tell me that.
Sorry for calling you nigga too.
Yo,
That part.
question from the chat about this battle. And
Yeah.
I actually don't understand this line either. It's like cultural gap. But the KI Key 2 bar.
Asante.
I didn't get
Key
that
two.
either. I didn't
So,
get that either. You need to
Yeah,
elaborate on
it's
that.
okay. So we use Swahili to represent the culture. So it's like Kiwe in Swahili means to be crippled, crip. Damu in Swahili means blood.
Yeah.
So I'm not exact. Asante in Swahili means thank you, but some I don't know how it developed, but it's like it's a gang culture saying when it's supposed to represent Bloods and Crips. When you say Asante Kitu, like it represents that. Maybe
That's
GEECHI
new.
can
Yeah, I
answer
didn't
that
know that.
a little better, even better than
I
I
didn't-
can.
yeah, I didn't-
But
that's news to me.
I recognized the call. I've heard it before when he did it.
Yeah.
I recognized the call. So
Yeah.
it was a way for GEECHI. I love what GEECHI did. It's the same thing I would do if I ever battle somebody from New Jersey. I would like get on them for the fact that they, bang our streets and our culture. So it was a way for GEECHI to make that even more of a point.
I keep going back and forth, but I don't know if it's my bias because GEECHI is my favorite battle rapper.
Yeah.
I keep going back and forth.
GEECHI 3-0. Next subject.
3-0.
Yeah.
It's debatable. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, here's my thing.
It ain't 3-0. It's debatable.
Here's my thing, bro.
GEECHI is my favorite, and I don't want to sound biased though.
Here's my thing. This is how simple it goes. I don't care what they rapped about. I don't care what was said. GEECHI's from Nutty Block Crip.
That's real. That's real. No one's as authentic as him in this.
Because I don't think people understand when it comes to like gang culture. If that's something that you want to glorify, and that's something that you want. Okay, cool. Then you have to pay homage to the predecessors. You have to pay homage to the originator.
Yeah, the people who originated.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the progenitors, not the predecessors.
progenitors,
Progenitors. So you gotta pay homage to the progenitors and the people that put it down first. And Nutty Block, which used to be
You know the history of that. You put me on.
what
that.
was the
I
name of
don't
the
know
hood before that?
that. I don't know.
Apologies to my nutties. But the original name was something else, and that's damn near where gangbanging started. Like period.
No.
So I just feel like, how is somebody that's banging on the other side of the map, a West Coast hood on the other side of the map? What can you possibly say to GEECHI? That's from such a rich cultural hood that has so much background to it.
Yeah.
GEECHI 30. That's it.
30?
GEECHI 30.
All right, that's fine.
Feel about Arsenal's angle about GEECHI going to jail and like honing in on that?
It's stupid, bro.
That was
It's
a dope
fucking-
angle, though.
it's
It was
not
a dope. It was a dope angle.
It's the most stupidest shit to
Like,
say
you can't think out the box.
while
You
you're a
can't think out the
gangbanger.
box. That
While
was
you're a
dope.
gangbanger.
But then Geechee
Wow.
said something to the fact of he made like a little rebuttal in the sense of like, what did he say? He said that
Yeah, he said-
I'm literally
time for the shit.
That you rap about.
that y'all rap about.
It's
So
like-
that's why I'm like, bro, like
How you gonna criticize the culture that you're also venerating and glorifying?
that's true.
So you're saying, I'm a Grape Street Crip from New Jersey, whoop-de-whoop. And then saying, why you keep going to jail over cripping?
Well, because he goes.
It's probably he keep going to jail because he probably really cripping.
Yeah, he really cripping.
And so
Yeah,
that's the difference.
true.
So,
true.
you know what I'm saying?
He's more committed. He was more committed
disrespect to
to it.
Arsenal, not like I really give a
Yeah.
fuck, but it's like, at the end of the day, if you really out there
Yeah.
getting into shenanigans,
Yeah.
you going to be in and
You
out,
either gonna be in and out of jail or dead.
period.
Yeah,
And if
so-
you're not, you're inactive.
That's true. You gotta be, and this is no disrespect. I said this on the phone. In that culture and gang culture, you gotta be more committed to ignorance. And what I mean by ignorance, meaning you gotta not give a fuck to the point where it's just like I'm willing to do
Nothing
any
matters.
and all. Nothing matters. So
GEECHI 30.
yeah. All right, fine.
So, I found this really dope and really interesting. This whole Jay-Z and Dame Dash, or more so Dame Dash's, the shit that's been going on with him these last couple weeks, bro.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I grew up on Rockefeller Tough.
You
know,
did.
yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
super
you,
tough.
You hella young, so I don't even know.
What?
Were you even born? Like when this
Dude,
was
you
cracking?
too. How old are you?
Damn, can't tell my age.
You already said it on the first one.
Did I?
Old man. What's your name? How old are you? What's your name?
I'm 33. What's
You
your
33?
name? What's your name? What's your name?
Hey, so you 33, right?
Fucking
I'm
idiot.
30, dude.
Yeah.
So what? That ain't that
fucking
much
with
of a
you.
difference.
I'm fucking with you. But yeah,
asshole. So when I was a freshman, what? You was a senior? I still beat your ass. Yeah, swallow that water, Nick Cannon. Dude, wow, you wilding out.
That's so
straight up.
false.
That's a bar. Oh my god.
A Wild 'N Out bar.
You have water in your mouth.
That's how you know
You have
this.
water in your
That's how
mouth.
you know this
Come on.
dude is not part of the
Come on,
culture.
shut up, man.
A
Shut up.
Wild 'N Out bar.
Dude, I'm part of the culture now.
You are?
Who say I'm not?
All the fans.
All the fans,
Yeah.
line it up then. Line it up. If I'm
right.
part of the culture now, I watch it. I vote a homie.
Can we please talk about something other than battle rap?
Okay, talk
I fucking
about it.
hate battle rap. All right.
He gonna
So,
battle again too. This is so weird.
I probably will. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
so
trash
weird.
human
So let's
being.
talk about Dame, the people that you grew up idolizing in the
Yes.
East Coast.
Why would you?
Yeah, come on, bro. Yeah, that you grew up
Why would
idolizing.
you not? Why would you not?
Because we
grow up-
already had our own Rockefeller. We had Death Row. That's what I grew up listening or watching, and I'm 3 years back.
That's a great point.
I love Death Row.
That's a great
That's
point.
my Rockefeller. I
Yeah.
don't, my favorite rapper is Nas, hands down. But I'm gonna show respect to the East. But at the end of the day, we got Death Row. That's my Rockefeller on the West.
Okay.
So you can have that.
But
that
here's
part.
the thing. You're right. But
Yeah.
now, in retrospect, Suge Knight is not somebody to be admired.
You know what? And I did want to talk about that. I'm tired of Vlad going in on Suge, dude, with this.
Why?
Dude, I understand. I'm not with the fuckery, but I do respect Suge
I think
in
it's
the
a great.
sense.
I think it's a great
think,
story.
Dude,
There's,
Suge,
nothing to respect about Suge Knight.
there's a lot to respect
There's
about
nothing,
that man,
there's
dude.
nothing to respect
dude,
about Suge Knight.
That was man. I respect him as a black man. But dude, he was the first entrepreneur on the West Coast to do some shit like
Bruh,
that. Dude,
what
that's
the
some solid shit.
You're
I
calling-
understand that the shit that he ended up doing was self-destructive, but at the inception of it, that shit was dope.
Why are you labeling him an entrepreneur?
He was.
Entrepreneurs are people that go out there and grind to get what they deserve.
He didn't grind.
He fucking just.
That's a part of grinding.
You sound stupid, bro.
Why?
He violently bullied the music industry.
And who name someone in the industry that don't do that? If you want to be successful in the industry,
that don't do that.
yeah, you gotta have wolves in the industry.
People, no.
That's
no,
probably why
no.
you ain't successful. You ain't got no wolves.
You being funny, bro.
All right,
I'm being,
go ahead.
I'm being serious.
Go ahead.
There's no other
Yeah.
example of success, whether you do Bad Boy, you do Rockefeller, you do Def Jam.
Mm-hmm.
None of them went through the industry bullying people to get where they need to go.
But they did have gangsters
and using muscle that they not really about. We watch the shit on Vlad
talking
with the
about
Mob
Mob
James.
James?
dude.
I respect that
He's
dude.
letting y'all know. He's letting you know this nigga was a good kid in Compton.
True.
He played football.
True.
Then he came back to the hood and recruited me and the homies that was really active.
But that's what everybody does, though.
No.
Ain't that what everybody does that gets some paper, though? I'm
That's
being
cool.
real with you.
No. But what I'm saying is still valid.
Yeah.
He's the only one that did it and was able to garner success off of it because of muscle. You know, a little bit of brains, but a lot of assistance.
Here's the thing that you just said, too, that we talked about this off camera in the past. You said that, look, we also need to glorify our gangsters in the black community, too.
No.
Like, nah, I'm glorifying him, too. Like, hell nah.
No,
I'm not glorifying the
I never
fuckery.
said that.
I'm not glorifying the fuckery in terms of him bullying people.
So what are
because
you glorifying?
there's white bullies in the industry, too.
No.
What's the dude, he's still in the industry. What's dude name? He had Mariah Carey for a long time.
What?
What's dude name? White dude in the industry.
You're talking about,
or Jimmy Iovine. Don't you think Jimmy Iovine is somewhat of a bully too? Because he ain't got to bully you physically. He'll bully your bank account. What's the difference?
What are you talking about right now?
Come on, man.
Give me an example.
Catch up.
Give me an example.
Catch up.
Because I feel like you're just talking to talk.
No,
give me an
I'm
example.
not. Come on, man.
So give me an example about how Jimmy Iovine is bullying your pockets.
Easy. They'll just what J. Cole say on his album. They ain't gotta.
I mean, if you just talking about from a Jewish perspective of how they like run shit and run corporations and always got they fingers and shit and puppeteers, I can dig that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't equate it to bullying.
How's that not bullying? It's systemic. It's still systemic.
Okay, let me be very clear because you're trying to play like word semantic games.
Oh, here you go.
Let me be very clear.
Okay.
Suge Knight physically assaulted people.
So, I'm cool with it.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't ask you if you was cool with it.
Okay.
What I'm asking you is, why are you equating Jimmy Iovine or some systemic way of controlling hip hop culture, which is a problem, to a black man going around?
What I respect is the fact
physically
that this is a
assaulting
black
people.
man that came into this is hip hop culture that told these white executives, fuck that, you don't have to deal with me. This is my culture. Don't nobody know this culture better than I do.
First of all,
okay.
I got you, but first of all, the most important thing about Suge Knight is that he did it to his own people.
True. That's why I said I don't
So-
respect the self-destruction.
Okay,
I don't fuck with that.
Okay.
But I do feel like, we do got to give this man some credit. He's responsible for
what,
Death
bro?
Row. Come on.
No, he's not. Dr. Dre is responsible
man.
for Death Row. See, this is that bullshit I be talking about. The talent is what always matters. Without the talent, you don't have shit. It's the same shit I'm saying in battle rap and why people don't like me and why
Okay.
I stood my ground on that.
Okay.
The leagues don't really mean shit without the talent. The record label don't mean shit without the talent. Suge Knight is nothing without Dr. Dre, bro. Suge Knight is nothing without DOC. Suge Knight is nothing without the Dog Pound. Suge Knight is nothing without Snoop Dogg.
But you do realize those are
What
his
are you
artists.
talking
It goes
about?
hand in hand.
What do you mean
though.
his artists?
It goes hand in they signed to his label. It works hand in hand.
No, it doesn't work. Yeah, it does work hand in hand,
Yeah.
but more so, you can have money
Yeah.
and you can have no artists.
True.
Now, if you're an artist, you can still be successful on your own if
but
you
what do you
grind
say?
to get there.
What do you say about Suge? Because I watched this documentary, but I forgot what it is. It's on Showtime or whatever. Forgot the name of it. But he had a solid point where most of these cats that he signed, like Snoop, like Nate, they all had cases. Here's a
Bruh,
Come on, dude.
why did they have cases after signing the Death Row?
No, they didn't. Nate Dogg robbed Taco Bells. What are you talking about before he signed to Death Row?
Okay, time out. Who gives a fuck about robbing Taco Bells? He could have handled that case on his own, nigga.
Come on, but it was Suge's money that kept him out of jail. That's my point. Like it plays. Come on, man.
Bro,
I'm not about to shit on Suge like that.
Nate Dogg was an official Long Beach nigga, and he was getting into shenanigans, I'm sure. And
Yeah.
robbing a Taco Bell was the least of his
What
worries,
about
I'm
all
sure.
What about all the artists that had all them legal fees? What about even Jimmy Iovine got rid of Tupac and was like, look, I don't even want to deal with him when he was signing Interscope.
Yo,
I will
sound
admit these are
so
talented artists, but
ridiculous, bro.
we gotta give Suge some credit though. I'm not saying with the bullying and shit. I get you with his own community is self-destructive. I'm just saying like, yo, I got
basically what you're saying to me is that money matters more than anything. Because this is what you're logically presenting. You're saying that he took care of them legally, which is a money thing.
He took care of them because he said on his documentary that they was considered like family though too. But also, go ahead, man. Come on, man.
So Suge Knight paid these niggas legal fees because they was like his family?
No.
Or did he pay their legal fees because they was his artists and he wanted them to be out there making money for him?
There was his artist.
So the premise of your argument is that the Suge Knight is an awesome dude because
I'm not saying he's an awesome dude.
or that he deserves any type of credit.
Did I ever say he's an awesome dude?
Whatever. Because he deserves any type of credit.
He does deserve some credit.
No, he don't, bro.
So he's not responsible for Death Row at all.
No, Dr. Dre is responsible for Death Row.
Because
Dr. Dre was the sound. Because as an artist, as a creative, I know.
Was he a part of Tupac's sound on All Eyes on Me? Because they clowned him on that. That's Daz. Daz did most of the producing on that.
Whatever creator you want to give attribute the success to, it's fine with me. It could be Daz, it could be Dre, it could be Pac. It's not Suge.
I ain't gonna go that far.
He was just the muscle that came in the game. And
but you're downplaying the muscle. The muscle is an important role to the game, bro. You don't think the muscle is needed?
It's not needed.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's gonna backfire on you like it did. You cannot go around your whole and this is just life in general. Mm-hmm. You cannot go around garnering respect out of fear. The greatest respect is adoration. The greatest respect is the respect of someone's mind. I respect you because you're intellectual, because you're smart. That ain't fucking deep. This is regular conversation.
That was deep.
The greatest respect is you look at a man, how he carries himself, his attributes, his traits, his intelligence, the moves he makes, and you respect that.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm talking about, to get back to it, that's why I respect the fuck out of a Dame Dash or a Jay-Z. Strategic, calculated. Ain't got nothing to do with just throwing your muscle around. I'm sure they had goons. And yeah, it's good to have goons for protection or to press an issue if need be. But to forcibly make people sign contracts, you calling that genius? You're giving him credit for that?
I'm not giving him credit for that. I'm giving him credit for his role that he played in Death Row.
And not even doing it yourself, bro. Bro.
All right.
Was Suge Knight going around solo bolo pressing issues?
Of course not.
Okay. So what credit do he really get? He had the mob with him. He had the Pyrus with him. That was really active, and he sitting there with the cigar acting super tough. But without them, Pac got a great song about this. You ain't shit without your homeboys. I'm sure you know that song.
That's true too.
That's not gangster shit, bro. Like,
I think
this man is not no gangster.
I'm not saying
he wasn't no gangster, bro. He's a football.
I'm saying you gotta give him credit for his role in what part he played in the Death Row. He was the muscle. He probably wasn't the brains and he wasn't the creative in Death Row, but he definitely was the muscle. I'm not gonna downplay the muscle element of Death Row.
As a creative and as an intellectual, I don't give a fuck about somebody's muscle, because guess what? You could be the biggest brolic nigga on the block, and some little 11-year-old can twist your shit.
True.
So who gives a fuck about muscle? That's the problem. That's the problem with us as a community. We wrapped up in that type of
Okay, but here's the
Who
thing. We
fuck?
just talked about this on the first episode of the podcast. To the Nation of Islam, they also have a muscle element too, the fruit of Islam. To every intellectual, there is a physical. So what are you talking about? It's the duality. You need two.
You're misappropriating titles, bro. Fruit of Islam is a army to protect what they developed.
I agree with you.
So when you use the word muscle, you know what you're saying. Muscle is I'm out here just running up and punking people and doing whoopty whoop.
Not necessarily.
So you bringing up Fruit of Islam like they going around harming people. They protecting their mosque and they're protecting their religion and their thought process or whatever, but they're not out there pressing issues on.
So you saying right when Suge got with Death Row, he was off top pressing issues with everybody, trying to bully his way from the gate.
Absolutely.
I don't think so.
And you talking to somebody whose father was in the game, in the business, and around that era and knows that shit like the back of his hand. He'll tell you himself. That's absolutely what that man did.
Okay.
Everything that he ever garnered in the music industry was off of muscle. Not off of intellect, off of respect, off of,
I
great
respect the muscle.
Move.
I respect the muscle. Not necessarily the bullying element, but I respect the role that he played in the Death Row, because they wouldn't have been that successful. And I'm not downplaying the creative aspect of it, but you downplaying the muscle aspect.
Here's why your whole argument makes no sense. Mm-hmm. What happened after all the artists left?
They all went to be very successful.
What happened to Suge Knight?
He went to jail.
No.
And they came after his label.
After he came out.
They came after his label.
Oh, so let me get this straight.
He was still trying to bully people. I get you. I'm not with that.
Time out. I'm asking you a very specific question that kills your whole premise.
Okay.
If he's so great at what he did and why he couldn't recreate Death Row? Let me ask you this.
All right.
What did Dre do?
Dre was very successful.
Okay.
Because he's
a fucking billionaire now.
Okay.
What did Snoop go do?
He's successful.
Hella successful. The nigga fucking be in the kitchen with Martha Stewart.
But you don't think it had anything to do with systemic in terms of trying to keep Suge away from the bread? Like, come on, bro.
No, it's just that shit don't work no more.
Okay,
all
fine.
that muscle shit, that shit was not that. It don't work.
Okay.
So now you can't recreate it because your art, the true success of your label was your artist, and they gone now.
So are you telling me that bullying does not exist in the industry?
No, not
at all.
No, give me an example.
Shit, J. Cole talked about on this album. There's not bullying in a physical aspect, but there's bullying. They'll bully your account. Oh, you ain't doing. What the fuck
you mean bully your
meaning,
account?
Look, dude, look. If you don't want to do what I tell you to do, then fuck it, I'm gonna fuck with your account. I'm not paying you no more. I'm not doing. If you're not gonna do exactly what I tell you to do as an artist, I'm not. You're not getting compensated.
Oh, sure.
That's another way of bullying. You're gonna do what I tell you to do. I control you.
Sure. I mean,
what's the
difference? That's a
difference?
whole different. I was very specific. I said physical altercations.
Come on, man. Let's talk about Dame. Let's talk about the East Coast.
You playing semantics. So yeah.
Let's talk about Dame. Let's talk about the East Coast.
Dame Dash.
Let's talk about the drug dealer from Harlem. Let's talk about that.
He wasn't necessarily a drug dealer.
Come on, man.
But that even if he was, I'm not listen. I'm not trying to act like being successful off drug money is the move either. Mm-hmm. However, I'd rather you take that drug money that you was pumping in our community and killing our community with. I'd rather you stop doing that. I'd rather you take that money and then flip it.
But you realize you're making a concession for drug dealers and not bullies.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I'm listening, but you're
because
making a concession.
I'm condemning the drug dealing, but I'm also applauding the fact that you stopped and that you took it and flipped it in the music business.
Okay.
There's a difference because some brothers they sell drugs, they bring it into the music business, and then they still sell drugs.
Okay.
I mean, look at the little bitch boy, Treyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, how dumb are you? How dumb are you, bro? Like, you making all this money, you fucking touring across the country, touring across the world, and y'all motherfuckers still trying to move packs and shit? How dumb are you?
I get that.
So I applaud Dame and Jay and what they did, and this is why
I'm not even
so
gonna say Dame and Jay. I'm gonna say Biggs.
All three of them.
Okay, sure.
Come on, bro. All three of them brought something to that label.
No, I'm saying in terms of that aspect that you was talking about, in terms of the street with the drugs and all that. We all know.
Well, we don't know who did what. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Jay-Z said he lost how many bricks?
I forgot.
92 bricks?
Something like that.
Some dope line.
Yeah.
I forgot. So
I like Nas.
According to them, I love Nas too. But according to all three of them, they sold drugs. Whatever.
Okay, sure, I did too.
So I just like. But anyways, my thing about Dame right now.
Yeah.
You know, the man is hurting, bro. And as somebody that grew up just fucking infatuated with Rockefeller Records and all that shit, I just feel like I'm a little mad at Jay-Z. I feel like he owes the culture a conversation about Dame Dash.
He owes it?
I feel like he does. Because
just to explain what's going on with Jay-Z and Dame Dash, can you just explain it for somebody who
yes, I'm sorry.
Because I know nothing about it.
Okay, so Rockefeller Records, right? You got Jay-Z, Dame Dash, Biggs Burke. They were all three partners of that record label. And obviously, huge success. And then out of nowhere, it just seemed like things started to go left and spiral out of control. And then they sell the label. Everybody goes their separate ways. And these were the best of friends. You know, Jay-Z and Dame Dash. Dame Dash's son, Jay-Z is the godfather to Dame Dash's son. You know what I mean? So, you know, those of us who really grew up on Rockefeller Records and huge Jay-Z fans just didn't understand how that shit happened. You know what I mean? And so it's coming to light now. Dame Dash is being more like open and honest and having these interviews and kind of saying certain shit. That's why I know there was a lot of different variables to this equation, but I think the AALIYAH shit is interesting. I think that's a big
That's very interesting, but let me go back to, I'm going to draw the correlation with what we talked about before with the whole Suge thing. I think that both of their egos were out of control.
True.
Both of their egos were out of control.
Dame Dash has a crazy
and I think
ego.
that's part of the reason why Rockefeller split. Because
Right.
Dame's ego is sometimes out of control.
No, I agree.
He's a very brilliant man, but at times it'd be like, yo, dude, chill. Like, tone that shit down a little bit.
I agree.
Like, I've seen him go off on people, and you can't talk to people like that, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't talk to people like that.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's overboard sometimes. And then sometimes, you know, sometimes people have to be that way in order to be successful, though. You know what I mean? Like, really, like, stand your ground. Because a lot of the times where he's barking on somebody, it's really because he has...
How could you say that and then Go ahead. Go ahead.
Here's your word of the day. Conflate.
No.
You conflate shit.
No.
You conflate shit that's not even related.
No, I'm making the correlation. How could
No.
you make a concession for Dame Dash barking on people, talking a certain way?
I just said why.
and then
You ain't
not make the
listening.
same concession for Suge
You ain't
when he
listening.
bullying people. It's the same bully. It's you bullying people verbally or physically.
I'll tell you why.
You're abusing them either way.
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Dame Dash, like I said, 90% of the time, any of his rants are him having a type of business disagreement. All the rants that we've ever seen from Dame Dash on the Fade to Black
Word.
movie.
You were talking about the Def Jam. They yeah.
He's barking on, what's his name? I forgot his name.
Light skinned cat.
He ain't light skinned, he's brown skinned. But he's barking on him about some shit. Then
Kevin Lyles?
Kevin Lyles, there you go.
Kevin Lyles.
Then he's barking on a whole room of marketing promotion team, I guess it was, for Jay-Z's release back in like whatever, 2002, whatever it was. So every time I seen him barking on somebody, he was just passionate about the business and shit like that. So that's a whole different thing.
Suge ain't passionate? Come on, man.
You love this nigga.
Picking and choosing, dude.
Nah, it's
when
a whole
Suge get out, we firing on you, homie. Straight up. Suge get out. But Suge got a lot of problems. Never mind.
He took a plea deal.
Yeah, he got a lot of problems.
But anyways, I would just I just wanted to bring that
How
up.
do you feel about Dame with the whole Aaliyah shit? Because it
think it's
does seem
interesting.
like when Nick Cannon was interviewing him, y'all should check that out.
Yeah.
It does seem like he was like being really defensive when they were bringing up, well, yo, if you was so, totally against this R. Kelly shit and what he did to your girl, why was you in the Fiesta video?
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, I'm sorry, you were in the same scene with them.
I think
he was backpedaling off that shit.
I think
and
he
he's trying to
kinda
put it
fucked
on
up
the
right
crew,
there.
but it was like, come on, bro, you played a role in that too.
Yeah, I think he kind of fucked up right there.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he was around during that time, and he didn't really, press R. Kelly or let it be known he wasn't feeling him. I think everybody would have known.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't say nothing. So yeah, I agree. I just think it's interesting. I heard him even say that, like that while he was courting Aaliyah or trying to like get to know her like that, so was Jay. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
weird.
And all those pictures
That's
you
weird.
see.
Yeah, that's weird.
Jay be like hugged up with her
That's
like
weird.
tight, and I think it's a lot there to unpack.
Yeah.
And I just personally think it'd be dope.
How
if
do you
Jay
feel
would do
about
it.
him? All the things that he said about Leo Cohen, about him being a culture vulture,
I'm
and
mad
then
that he
going
apologized.
back and actually apologizing for all the comments that he made.
I'm
about
mad.
him.
I was
That's
was sucker shit.
suspect.
But see, Dame also, he teeters the line. I think like he plays this whole culture vulture shit to get like to get a lot of the pro black type of people on his side, and then he does other shit that's just not in alignment with all that shit. So, anyways, I don't want to waste too much time on that, but I think it'd be dope if Hove ever just found the time or just.
I think that would be a dope
addressed
conversation
it. That would
between. That'd be sick.
would
But
be
does he
fire.
need to? He did.
Of
But
course,
personally, does he need to do it?
No, of course not.
No, he doesn't.
I would just,
I don't think he needs to do it. I think that's a conversation that he would definitely have behind
as a
closed
fan.
doors.
As a fan, I would just.
But that's not a. You know what I'm saying? There's
No, I'm
probably
just-
some,
I
there's
know, I'm
probably
just-
some
I'm
jewels that he
just-
don't want.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right,
But we'll have an interview when you get famous. I'm gonna air out all your shit.
I ain't gonna never get famous. I'm just a trash battle rapper.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, some topics I wanted to cover too that I thought was interesting. So last month we had Martin Luther King's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes around, it's always interesting because we have this divide in our community between like Martin Luther King type of people, protests,
And then
Black
Malcolm
Lives
X,
Matter type of folks, and then you got our more side of the
more
things,
militant.
Malcolm X, Black nationalists, Pan-Africanism.
But what people lose sight of the fact is that they both still had a common enemy.
Right.
They were fighting the same fight.
Both
it's
fighting
just
white
that
supremacy,
one, they
so-
were both fighting white supremacy.
Yeah.
I would say Martin Luther King's method was just fighting it economically, in terms of like, we're going to hurt
Well, not
them.
to the end.
Well,
Not to
I'm
the
gonna say with the boycott, you know how much that hurt them.
Did it though?
Yeah, hell yeah. You know how much money they lost, them metros or whatever the fuck they was boycotting at the time. I actually watched a documentary where they was like, look, I mean, there's only two things that white supremacy respect. They either respect life, loss of life, or loss of money. And I
Big
respect his method. It was like, look,
Big facts.
you know what? We're gonna hit them where it hurts. We're gonna hurt their pockets.
Yeah.
And then when he started talking about the Vietnam War, I think that's what contributed to his death. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
I think people lose sight of the fact that, like I said before at the inception, is like, look, they both had one goal. They was fighting white supremacy. One had this method. One was a little bit more militant.
Yeah.
I'm with the Malcolm X method, but like I said, I still rock with MLK. I still rock with him. I love that man.
And I think that's the problem in our community. Like they just go a little bit too far, like against Martin. Like it's like the you can say whatever you want to say about his approach. It wasn't aggressive. but it still was brave and courageous as
Hell
fuck.
yeah, it
especially
was.
like during them times, like where all these assassinations was happening, like it wasn't nothing. Like in the '60s, we had fucking Medgar Evers, Malcolm, Martin. Who else?
Shit, there was a lot. And then what's
of course
the
you got JFK.
Yeah.
Just all that
Bobby.
shit. Yeah,
Bobby
all
too,
that shit.
yeah,
So it's like, the bravery. 9 times out of 10, these dudes wouldn't even stick their chest out on the line.
I respect him, and they always my thing is that they always bring up his religion too, and I'm like, bro, well, why does that matter? Marcus Garvey practiced Catholicism. You know what? Just take the meat and leave the bones, man.
Yeah,
that's how I take it.
True.
So it's just like, my thing is this, dude. I rock with MLK and I rock with Malcolm X.
Here's why that is important. I want to get into why that is important,
Mm-hmm.
though. For me personally, when you deal with the religious aspect and everything, because everything at the end of the day is going to tie into white supremacy. It's going to tie into any type of device that they can use for any type of mind control that can make you a little subservient and make you a little.
You talking about
chill.
the religion aspect?
Yeah. So I just think it needs to be respected, but it doesn't need to be
Ignored.
pulled up off all the
Yeah,
way. Like,
yeah.
oh, you Christian, that's all good. No, it's still an issue.
Who
and that brings
was
me
famous for saying that though? Leave your religion at home, and then that with the Pan African movement. I think it was Garvey that actually said that. Look, leave your religion at home. Let's unite on this on the continent. Basically, we all come from the continent of Africa. Wasn't that Garvey that actually said that?
I'm not sure
That
if
coined
Garvey.
that?
I'm not sure if Garvey said that. If he did say that, I would be disappointed.
Didn't
Because-
he say that?
I'm not sure if he did.
Somebody's quoted as saying, and somebody can look that up, as saying, leave your religion at home.
You can't leave a spiritual base that helps cultivate your personality,
Right.
that then leads to your political views. It's impossible to leave your beliefs at home because your beliefs are going to contribute to whatever your perspective is, your worldview about life in general.
Right,
And so this is the problem, and this is what we're seeing now with this GEECHI shit, right? We're seeing reactionary
Nice segue.
Negroes, like they're reactionary as fuck,
Yeah.
and I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
y'all motherfuckers is mad at Gucci, Prada, and all these high expensive shits that you
Don't
probably
buy the shit.
Well,
Don't
you-
patronize them.
Well, they can't buy the shit
Okay.
because fucking 90% of us is broke anyways.
True.
So the motherfuckers that's out here that want to boycott it are the rich people. And my thing about that is like, bro, I mean, there's all kind of different ways to be actionary rather than reactionary. I don't even know if actionary is a word, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Right.
There's all kind of other ways to put shit in motion to where
Right.
this is not an issue.
Right.
So y'all rather divert the attention to be all upset about the blackface, which of course that was some deliberate shit that they did.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I would take that message and be like, oh, okay, boom. So this is where we're gonna go shop.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna go do now.
Right,
Instead of
right.
just being reactionary about something that you know is an economic trickle down effect from the top to bottom. Meaning, you already know that Gucci, Prada, and all these clothing lines come from a lineage of like economic trickle down effect that comes from colonialism and all
Right.
that other shit that old rich white folks benefited off anyways.
right.
So you know where it's coming from at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the parent company of Gucci is Kering, I believe. And I did some research on that, and the founder of that company is from France, and he's the way he even got rich in the first place, or the way he started his companies in the first place. He started a timber company, which he got a loan from his family in the bank in France. Fucking France or the French rather colonized 90% of Africa. French and the British.
Yeah.
So you already know like where their money at the end of the day,
Right.
where it came from, where it trickled down from.
Right.
So even if it wasn't direct, it still trickled down to
Yeah.
where he was able to start his companies based off that. So we've been affected by that.
So in
why
essence,
would you even?
it would behoove us to know ourselves. It would behoove us
Absolutely.
to know ourselves, because if we know that information, then we
And this is
wouldn't
why you have to draw a line at some point.
Yeah, draw the line.
Because you got a lot of black folks that get up in arms. It's like at the newest trending topic of an issue, they up in arms now.
So what do you
Everybody-
think? What do you think the goal is then? What do you think? How do you think that we should respond to something like that
We shouldn't. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be responding.
publicly?
No, I'm saying we should already have shit in motion to where that don't affect us.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like it
I
should.
agree.
Why would you let white supremacy affect you instead of being more effective towards white supremacy? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why would that bother you if you over here making money and being productive and doing what you
Well, I
gotta
think
do?
it bothers them because a lot of us have
Because they not
actually integrated into that.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. Because
so,
they're not really. I hate using words like conscious and woke, but I have to say it to make that divide. They're not really conscious or woke. They still in that shit, and they just get up in arms when something smacks them in the face.
Right.
But
right,
all this
right.
shit
because
all the,
they in from their mind they're thinking that we live in this perfect utopia and shit.
for the
it's
most
not
part,
like that.
yeah, for the most part. I mean, they know like, oh, it's racism and shit like that, but they don't really delve into like the psychological warfare that's been happening to our people for well over 400 years.
Well, with that being said, do you feel like integration was a good thing for the black community?
It's a terrible thing for the black community economically.
I agree with you 100%.
You know what I mean? Because people often ask me that question. Somebody just asked me that question on Twitter the other day.
Yeah.
And it's not a social issue anymore, right? Because racism is not a person-to-person thing. It's systemic. It's a system.
Yeah.
So it's not about walking down the street and seeing a white person and they call you a nigger and you get upset. Like, who gives a fuck? I mean, if you want to beat him up. But who gives a fuck? Like, I don't care about that. I more so care about why my pockets ain't where they should be.
Right.
Why my family isn't set up for wealth and generational wealth to pass down. And we know that that's systemic. So I'd rather attack that than have these little fucking baby conversations about individuals.
So you think that the integration definitely was the backbreaker to the black dollar?
Absolutely, because everything was already set up. We were already doing well for ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we could look at a prime
When
example.
I look at integration, though, not to cut you off, it's like I always look at it like a house. We've integrated into someone else's house the way they run their shit. Yeah. And it's like, bro,
we should have built our own.
And when we already had a house that was already built up, we integrated into their community.
Speaking of that, and speaking of Dr. King, not to cut your wisdom, but that's what he said. He said, I feel like I integrated my people into a burning building. A burning building.
And I actually tell people that all the time. I'm like, bro, do you understand that Dr. King started to question his philosophy towards the end? He literally started to question that, but no one seems to talk about that. They want to talk about the glory days when he was all for his civil rights, integration. He actually said before he died, I feel like I've integrated my people into a burning building. He started questioning like, yo, the same thing that, what's the brother that actually left his movement that went to the Black Panther Party? Stokely Carmichael?
Yeah.
Stokely Carmichael
better
said,
known as Kwame Ture.
Exactly.
Well, he has another name too. But and he turned into a Pan-African.
Exactly. Because he was like, you can't, he said one mistake that Dr. King made is that he said that these people are not conscious. They're not. He was like, bro, they don't want you to integrate this. Why are you going to integrate with these people? They're not interested in integrating with you. Yeah. They don't have a conscience. They're not interested in the well-being of your people. Yeah. So I get that. But what do you say? And let me ask you this: what do you say to a white person or a Caucasian person who is not racist at all? How do they? What role can they play in making this shit what role can they play in this?
It's not an individual thing, so I wouldn't even entertain that type of conversation.
Okay.
It's systemic.
Okay.
So,
but what do you say to the white person? Because I've actually been with you before where you battled Mike P. and you broke down the whole history between Ethiopia and Italy. And that was dope, by the way. But then there was an Italian white dude outside that actually approached you and said, hey, dude, you were about to knock him. But what do you say to somebody that's actually saying, bro, I'm not like my people?
They are. If you have to say it, you are.
Well, my thing is this, though. And I hate to cut your wisdom. My thing is this. To those people that say that, I always say you need to use your white privilege to combat racism.
Here, check this out real quick. I've known Avo for the past three years.
Okay.
I've never had to have a conversation with race.
That's some real shit. If you have to talk about it.
If you have to talk about it, there's a problem.
Yes.
Because what's already understood don't need to be said.
Okay.
So when the Italian dude walked up to me after the Mike P battle, he was hurt. I hurt him. Yeah. Because his little racist soul inside, it was burning up. He had to let that shit out. It was coming out of his pores. He was sweating. He was angry because I told the truth about his people and the history of his people. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay. And that's what happens when you're really a closet racist. You could be around black folks all day. As soon as the topic comes up and you fucking start shaking and getting, you know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you, Avo. Let me get some feedback from you. When he started,
Avo's like, man, leave me alone.
I got you, bro. Avo, when he started getting on his BDAY shit, do you ever feel at times like you want to address some shit or no? do you just leave it alone? I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
And because I it's clear to me, like someone like Avo, not to even bring him into the conversation because it's a general thing, but someone like Avo, his respect for the culture of hip hop, that it's a black culture, how he carries himself, I already know. You understand what I'm saying? I already know. He doesn't move funny within our culture, so I already know what it is. So the conversation don't need to be had. You know what I mean? So I just think.
But don't you feel like someone like with the mindset of Avo, don't you feel like people like them need to be our allies to help us combat this systemic racism that we are subjected to every day on a daily basis?
I think that's the wrong perspective because once again,
because I would say that he would need. I'm gonna go to Charlemagne route that people like Avo, because I got a lot of white homies that's cool as hell. People like Avo, I always tell them, look, the best thing you can do for us as black people, you need to use your white privilege to combat racism.
It doesn't work like that because you
don't think so?
No, because you're dealing with it from an individual perspective, and I'm still
fine.
It's systemic, so that's more of a economic thing.
Right.
And first of all, I wouldn't go out of our community for help, but if there was a white person that was a millionaire that wanted to invest in the urban community and help build schools and shit like that, I'm not about to turn down the money, but you're not about to have no perspective
because
or no.
With that being said, it was a white millionaire that helped Meek Mill get out of jail.
I don't know that to be true.
What
I know is that Meek Mill said Jay-Z paid his legal fees.
Yeah, but he wasn't the only one. It was actually the owner of the 76ers as well. That's real good friend of his. He was actually on the Breakfast Club talking about it.
There's nothing
and it was
wrong
a
with
black
that.
judge that was actually trying to lock him up.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so
I don't think.
But that's when I say like people like that, he's using his white privilege to combat racism. He brought awareness to this issue. He was like, "Yo, this is a piece of shit judge. This system is
well,
fucked up."
black people shouldn't need white people to speak up for them.
They shouldn't need
for the world to be convinced. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like doesn't make sense to me. So a white person has to step up and say, systemic racism is real, and so the world can be like, oh, it is. A white person said so. They should when I stand up and say it, they should be like, yeah, it is, because you're giving us the facts on why.
But the reality is that they don't. They
Who's
don't.
they?
When the reality is that when a black person speaks up and talks about their plight or their experiences that they're subjected to in this country, when they speak up about shit like that, it usually is met on deaf ears, right? No one pays attention to it.
That's
right?
not true.
No one else. What white folks you know that pay attention? I'm talking about on.
See, you still have the wrong perspective.
Okay.
I don't care what white folks pay attention because my message is to my community.
I got that.
And that's exactly what Pan-Africanism is. That's exactly what
I fuck with that.
That's exactly what it is, you know. And it's about knowing that we have the resources and the ability and believing in ourselves to build a nation within a nation. The Jewish people do it. They have their own community. The Korean people do it. I mean, so many examples of how we can do it.
Right.
We just don't unify correctly.
Right.
And like it's a new movement right now.
Right.
ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves.
Yeah.
And so they're more about. It's almost like an integrationalist perspective because they're more about reparations and what we can have here and all this other shit. And I'm like. The thing about me and why I'm so entrenched into Pan-Africanism, because it's like at the end of the day, this is where the resources are.
I heard that.
That the world is raping.
Yeah.
That China is raping right now.
Right now, currently.
That France and British and the British have raped.
Yeah.
That America has raped. So it's like at the end of the day, that's where the resources are, and that's the only way that we can be under. One roof and know what the opposition is, like to unify under Pan-Africanism and shout out to
Who was
those.
quoted as saying that said that the African has no friends?
Probably Dr. Clark.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, it was Dr. Clark. He said
Probably
the
Dr.
African
Clark.
has no friends.
So it's like, and then shout out to like my brother Captain Tazariak from the ISUPK, they Hebrew Israelites. Even though we may disagree on ideology and beliefs, at least they're moving as a unit though. You know what I'm saying? And different things like that. So I think it's important to move as a unit, do what we gotta do, and potentially keep everything in house and build up from there.
Yeah.
And so what's happening, like I'm saying, with this ADOS movement, while I get the perspective, I feel like you're asking for reparations from the same system that you're condemning. So to break it down, like it's like you have a job, right? And you've been there for 10 years, and for the first 9 years they paid you pennies, and now you're on your 10th year and they kind of upped your raise, so you're doing okay. But you want reparations per se, or you want the money that you feel like you're owed for the first 9 years.
9 years, yeah.
And your boss, same boss that you're asking, also owns another company or multiple companies where he's raping his employees and paying them pennies, and you know that. Yeah. So you're asking the system that's still
you're engaging in your own enslavement.
So that's my issue with it. You're asking the system that's already fucking you over and fucking the world over. You're participating in the capitalistic like trickle down effect or the ramifications of them. I'm gonna use your term earlier, bullying. They're America is the fucking Suge Knight. You feel me? Yeah. So you want the money though, or you want the success of the same thing that you say is oppressing you. Yeah. That's my issue.
So your thing is just fuck the system and do your own shit. Get your own job. Start your own business.
Absolutely.
Be an entrepreneur and engage in entrepreneurship.
It's difficult as fuck. I mean, obviously we're 400 years behind, but I'm just saying. Like,
but we could do it. I mean, look at Tulsa. I mean, we can do it. We've done it before. Absolutely. That's why people have to know themselves. What's the next shit we talking about, man?
I don't know. We covered a lot. How you feel about
Kamala
Harris?
Man,
the black lady for president.
I feel mixed about it.
Fuck her.
Fuck her?
No.
Yo.
Well, yeah, fuck her.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah, fuck her, but I don't want to talk about her.
Okay.
Jesse Smollett.
Is that his name? That's how you pronounce his last name?
I don't know how to fucking say this dude's name.
We got to be careful with this shit, because I'm not trying to fuck with his hood.
The LGBT.
The LGBT community. They're gangsta, and I'm trying to say this, as smoothly as possible. Yeah. That motherfucker's a liar.
He lied.
Yeah.
And so here's my issue. This is another divisive thing that the system and the Republicans and that whole shit, they could benefit from this.
Of course, because you fucking lied.
Yeah. It's like, okay, black people, you talk about hate crimes against you, and this motherfucker lied. But my thing is, this lie, he intended it to be a hate crime against gay people.
Right.
You feel me? So, LGBT, take your L. Take your L, bro.
You don't think the black community got to take an L for that too, though?
No.
Because he said he did attribute the whole Trump shit, and they said some racial slurs and all that shit.
That's his lie, but more than anything, to me, it was about his sexual orientation.
I think it was both. That's my perspective. I think it was a little bit of both. Because why would you attribute the whole Trump shit and the whole racial slurs and shit like that? Like, why would you? Now it feels like, yo, you putting more onto this lie. And let's get even
deeper, right? Let's say it's some COINTELPRO type of shit.
Okay.
In that regard, it would be genius. Because...
So you saying that this dude, he could have been intentionally planted and he intentionally did that with a purpose? Like, someone's behind him with a fucking...
I don't know what his purpose is. Listen, and I'm not even going to get all the way to the point where... I'm gonna definitively say he's lying, concretely. Yeah. But it seems like he's lying. Okay. And if anybody out there is confused about what we're talking about, Jesse Smollett. That's
the dude from Empire. By the way. The dude that looked like BDAY. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Keep going.
He recently said that he got jumped by some whatever MAGA right wing type of people or whatever. But the story doesn't seem like it's holding up to be true.
Yeah, the Chicago PD is basically saying this
2 o'clock in the morning at Subway.
And it's cold. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Subway is not that fire.
And then the two dudes.
I can see if it was Popeyes, but Popeyes not even open.
Ain't you a vegan? Shut up.
No, I'm saying for the world.
How you talking on meat and you don't even eat meat?
No, for the world.
So what?
The
don't
world
talk
loves
on nothing
Popeyes.
that you never experienced. Right. Stop, dude. I'm tired of the disrespect, man.
Don't
talk about food, bro.
I see the Popeyes in your eyes.
Yeah, don't talk about food.
I see the chicken in your eyes.
You see it, right? That part. Yeah.
You got biscuit
grease
coming out your pores. You don't
want no beef with me. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Man, father, fuck you,
Fat
dude.
boy.
Yeah, that's all right.
But yeah.
Wolverine. You got an ugly ass beard, dude.
I know. I wish it would connect. That shit would be dope.
That shit look whack.
But it don't connect. Yeah. A lot of people like my beard though.
Who?
I take good care of it.
You take good care of it? Mm-hmm. Where you get your haircut at?
Shout out real quick. Shout out. I didn't get a haircut today. I need one.
Yeah.
Shout out to I think it's called Black Men's Beard.
Yeah.
I think that's where I get my products from.
Okay.
I should know that. Shout out to them.
Well, shout out to the Boulevard Barbershop on Van Nuys and Herrick.
Yeah.
Jeff Rowe and all my family over there, man. That's where I get my haircut. That's where he gets his haircut. He now gets his haircut.
I used to get my haircut there. Shout out to LP, Brotherhood, in Sherman Oaks. But
Well, back on what, but basically the two dudes that jumped him, they actually came out and said that, yo, like, yeah, this shit.
Did they for real?
They came out and said that he put us up to it.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, come on, bro. Like, yeah, this.
I didn't know that
boy.
was like for sure.
Yeah, it's looking bad for your boy, man.
Did you see Triggered by Killer Mike on Netflix? That special?
No, I didn't see that shit. I can't even talk about it. It was dope.
Damn, that shit's fire. You gotta see that.
It was fire.
Shit's fire.
It was fire. Can we talk about my boy, the Kardashian dude?
You want to get back on Tristan?
I want to get it back on Tristan, dude. That's my boy.
Gossipy ass
that's
bitch
my
right
boy.
here.
Yeah, whatever. They come to
So
see
what
what I
happened?
talk about.
So yeah, you're
He
right.
got caught up. He got caught up cheating again, bro.
And you said he got caught up cheating with.
Yeah, he got caught up cheating with one of the sister's friends, though.
I can't believe you got me on here talking about some fucking Kardashians.
Come on, man. Stop.
I'm gonna let you have the floor. Tell us,
man, no.
Tell us
dude.
what happened, cause
he on his Dame Dash tip.
I'm not.
I'm not a charity patty. Come on, man, chill.
I wouldn't know.
You a girl. Dude.
I wouldn't know what's happening. Tell us.
Girl.
What happened?
He just got caught up, man. I'm just trying to be there for the homie.
What happened?
He got caught up. I don't know exactly, but I guess he was having a relationship with the sister's friend. He was
The sister's. What the fuck? Which sister?
I don't know which sister, but he shouldn't have been doing what he been doing. But I'm with you, homie. I'm with you. Chloe. See, he know. So what? He a chatty patty because he know.
He's
Thank you.
Googling.
But
This is our research.
You didn't know, Avo? You didn't know?
He just looked it up.
You was a hater, Avo. You was hating, dude.
Hey, so hold on. So
Hey,
give me
y'all
more
both
information.
against me, dude.
Give me more information. So,
Huh?
Give me more information. So,
He just got caught up, and I think that
so he cheated on what's her name?
Chloe.
Big
Khloe
Head.
Kardashian.
He cheated on Big Head.
with Kim Kardashian's friend.
No, with who friend? The little sister friend. What's the Kendall or?
Talking about the fucking Kardashians.
I don't like them either. Fuck them hoes.
I
like
hate
them.
the Kardashians.
I hate them too, though.
They-
I hate them for the simple fact that it's just like.
Jordan Woods is the woman that he allegedly cheated on Khloe Kardashian with.
There you go.
Jordan Woods.
That part.
I hate the Kardashians is the biggest culture vultures in the history of humankind.
Yeah, and then what they did to Kanye is unforgivable. I'm not with that, dude. Dude, he's in a sunken place. He is gone.
Yeah,
he's out of here, dude.
So they got Lamar Odom up out of here.
I feel bad for that dude, man.
They got Kanye the fuck up out of here.
The only one that dodged it was Reggie. Reggie just got up out there, dude.
Reggie was already he ain't cornball though.
Yeah, he is a cornball. He ain't
like no real like.
He's a buster in and of itself.
They about to get Tristan the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Who else they got the fuck out of here?
Did they get that basketball playing cat? The dude, the light skinned cat. What's his name? He looked like a white dude. He played for the Nets. Did he play for the Nets, Habo?
No idea.
Come on, bro.
I'm not up to it. I don't know.
Come on, man.
That's who she dated for a little bit.
What was his name? Well, they got a lot of people up out of here, but the main one that is unforgivable was Kanye, man. That one hurt.
Fuck the Kardashians. Is there anything in the chat that they said and they want to need to be reiterated or delved into or anything?
That part.
Not really. I mean,
we probably got
this
too woke
question.
for them.
I don't know if this is like too of a heavy-handed question, but Sebastian asked, B-Dot, what advice do you have to people dealing with the polarity of the modern political environment causing aggression on both sides in small communities?
Well,
That's a
first of all,
weird-ass
it kind of goes back to what I was saying. As far as black, I can only speak for black people, right? Because that's my experience as a black man in America. I don't think that either party really has black people's best interest at hand. And I think that the best thing that we can do as a people is separate from any emotional or historical attachment to Republicans are perceived to be anti-black, and then liberals and Democrats are supposed to be like our allies and our friends are really for us, but that's bullshit as well, because everything that they do is kind of like medicine or band-aids. They're not really fixing shit either. So only perspective to that question I can give that individual is that I just don't believe in politics the way that they are. I would more so want to represent a new party or a new perspective on politics.
Do you engage in politics, being a Pan-Africanist?
I mean, you have to because you're living here. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You got to know what's going on.
Okay.
So I try to know what's going on, but I don't
So with that
have
being
any I don't
said-
have any faith in like either
You don't have
side.
any.
like,
Okay. So with
yeah.
that being said, what's your perspective on Kamala Harris though? Because we barely scratched the surface with that. Like, what's your perspective on her?
I
Me
think
personally,
she's full of shit.
yeah, I just think like her past is it's a little sketchy in terms of her being tough on crime in the past, and then now she's all about prison reform and what have you. So it's a little contradictory. But I don't know, we'll see. She don't right now. I'm not like most black folks where they want to support her simply because she's black. She gonna have to, show me a little bit more because her past is.
And they saying she's not even
sketchy.
black.
She's not black.
Saying. That's what they saying.
They say I'm not black. That's not fair.
Well,
I am black.
I don't
Yo,
know.
Bida,
I don't know her
I
mama.
forgot to talk about the Jussie situation. Weren't you gonna address that?
Oh, we did. The homosexual dude
Okay,
from
you already
Empire.
addressed that?
Yeah.
I got some other questions for you too.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, you asked B-Dot what he thinks of Colin Kaepernick accepting the settlement with the NFL.
Ooh, that's something.
Great topic.
That
Great
was
topic.
dope. We should have talked about that.
Great topic.
Yeah.
So I'm a little torn there, because here's my thing: him accepting the settlement does not mean that he cannot continue to protest, unless it does. And I don't mean if he gets picked up by a team. I don't think he should necessarily protest on the field anymore. I think that's over and done. He made his mark. He made his point. But I still think that he should do his work outside, his off the field, the work that he's been putting in for the communities and doing different things and protesting white supremacy at large and still being like an advocate for that or activist in some kind of form or fashion. Now, if he just takes the settlement and he like, okay, I'm good now.
Yeah, because the settlement, let's not be naive, it's going to come with a few contingencies.
The only contingency that I heard about is that he can't disclose how much it is. I highly doubt. I don't even know how that works. I don't even think there could be some type of settlement.
Stephen A. talked about that on First Take. He basically was like, yo, I need to see more about, what you agreed upon, the settlement. Because if it comes out that you're no longer, protesting.
But see, if it's with the NFL, they can't tell him what to do outside of it. Right?
Yeah.
So it's probably about, we probably ask him not to kneel no more. And for me personally, I wouldn't give a fuck if he don't kneel no more. I mean, I think he already made his point. Now, there's a lot of people that are really upset that he took the settlement because they're like, why'd you take the money? But I'm like, if he can take the money and do something with that, right? For all his charities and everything he got going, and he can continue to do all that good work, then what difference does it make? Now, if he takes the money and he fall back and say, I'm done with this whole pro-black shit, then he's a sucker. But I don't see that in him. I think that he's gonna continue. And shout out to his queen, his girl is the one that I don't know her name, but she's the one that really got him like on this type of shit. Yeah, she's a host on like MTV or something. I forgot her name.
Oh yeah, the Puerto Rican chick. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's Puerto Rican. Yeah.
So her, I think she gonna stay on his head. When you got that type, when you got a backbone and support system like that, they're gonna stay on your head and not let you even waver like that. So I think he'll continue to be the Colin Kaepernick that we've seen the last couple of years.
Yeah, he dope, man. I fuck with Colin Kaepernick though, but we'll see. I mean, hopefully he don't switch up. If he switch up, then it's a whole nother story, man. What's some other shit they want to talk about on there?
B-Dot, would you battle Arsenal?
Yeah, I'll battle Arsenal.
Get your ass beat.
Get my ass beat, like literally.
Dude, you can't see Arsenal.
He's stupid.
Arsenal whoop your ass.
Fuck. Here's the thing. Arsenal's a rapping ass nigga.
Yeah.
And so he wins off of consistent rapping.
Hey,
he's
look,
not saying nothing incredible, bro.
You possum face motherfucker.
He's not
he will
saying
bust
nothing.
your ass, dude. He will bust your
just called me a
ass.
possum face.
He will bust your ass. And if you do battle Arsenal, I'm gonna be behind that motherfucker.
I bet you will.
Yeah, I'm gonna be behind him.
I bet you
Nah,
will.
I'm fucking with you. Nah, but honestly, that'll be a dope. I don't know. That's tough. Who I do want to see you against, if you do get back in the ring, like I said before, is I want to see you against Twerk and T-Top.
That'd be a good one.
I want to see you against Twerk and T-Top.
I-
Because I want to see how you would respond when someone's, I'm strapped in!
I'll lose.
I like that shit.
Damn, I heard you on the fucking.
Who cares?
You're screaming
bro?
in my man's ear.
So who
Damn.
cares, bro?
I definitely Twerk could get me out of here.
Twerk could get you out?
Yeah, Twerk could probably get me out of here. But I beat T-Top.
You'll beat T-Top?
Yeah, I'll beat T-Top. See, I'll beat everybody that I can rap better, and I can rap better than Twerk too. But he has a lot of other intangibles that'll probably win him the battle. But niggas that
Would
just
you beat K-Shine?
yeah, what the fuck?
Okay. Okay.
Come on, dog.
I'm asking you a question. You getting defensive?
No, it's just like that's a stupid one.
It was stupid.
I'll kill him. I will kill him on the blood angle.
On a blood angle.
Yeah.
Well, like you're a real blood. So you authentic. You're a real blood.
Ah, shit.
We're not talking about that shit tonight.
We can't do that
Nah,
tonight.
we're not talking about that tonight. We're gonna stay away from that. Stay away
All the
from that.
questions.
Huh?
Huh?
That's pretty much all the questions, but a lot of
okay.
people showed a lot of love. So this is the best podcast ever.
Yeah.
Do it weekly. Possibly get people to call in.
Yeah,
suggest
yeah.
questions.
The problem
set
is
that
that,
up.
I want to do it weekly, but this jerk off, like he be bullshitting, dude.
Bro, don't make me expose you.
Expose me.
Don't make me expose you, dog.
Expose me.
I'm gonna
Dude,
expose you.
I know so much about you with this battle rap shit. Somebody hit me up on a DM. I will give you all of it. Give you all of it.
He
Cause I
would
can't.
too.
I can't rap.
How's this nigga named Loyalty?
And I'm not loyal. I'm
my
not.
God.
I'm not. So what?
He just said he'll stand behind
I
Arsenal.
don't like you.
All right, let's do this real quick.
okay.
We also wanted to do books of the week.
Yeah.
For those that are interested, I know whatever we on some nerd shit, whatever. But we like to read. You want to talk about?
I talked about this last week. This is the book. I love this book. This book right here changed my life. The New Jim Crow, Mass Incarceration by Michelle Alexander. She just basically talks about mass incarceration, privatized prisons, the Bill Clinton crime bill, and how it affected our community. If you don't like reading, there's a what is the documentary on Netflix? What is this shit called?
Well, it's audio. I listened to this whole book on audio. You can, if you don't like reading, you can also get it on audio. So
That,
she's
or
really,
you can watch the documentary, the 13th. What is it called?
Yeah, but it's not this
13th.
13th Amendment.
Yeah, 13th Amendment. Yeah.
But it's not this book though. It's,
No, of course not. But it's about the same thing. They cover the same thing.
But this
It's the same
book is way better because
hell yeah!
very
It goes
detailed.
into detail about how basically slavery. It wasn't necessarily abolished. It just evolved into something else.
Yeah, and she really the real good part that she touches on is the actual individuals that really benefited off the prison system.
Oh,
She
yeah.
talks about
Oh, yeah.
Nixon.
Yeah.
And she talks about
When they tough on crime, that's just coded word for tough on
the war
black
on
community,
drugs.
the war on drugs. That's coded.
She gets into
language,
detail on that,
basically,
so y'all should definitely check this out.
Yeah,
New
that
Jim
shit
Crow
changed
by
my
Michelle
life. I
Alexander.
love that shit. So yeah.
It's dope that we
You can see I put work in that too, cause look, it's all bent, and then like I said, I got a whole bunch of shit highlighted, and you can tell I went to work on this book.
and it's
so
dope
I
that
love
we
this
talk
book.
about this is a female, by the way, Michelle
Yeah.
Alexander.
I love that queen. She's dope.
This book, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. It's another sister, another queen.
Yeah.
She passed a couple years ago.
I love her too.
This is the ISIS Papers, the Keys to Color. She is breaking down white supremacy and the reason why it exists from her perspective.
Yes.
It's
She's saying it's more genetic.
yeah. She delves into genetics, but it's also very.
You really about to answer this, or did you with your wife?
I'm doing a podcast. Can we call you back?
So unprofessional, dude.
So
What's wrong with this man?
she delves into the genetic thing and also the philosophy behind it, the potential genetic inferiority complex that creates the philosophy behind it, which then creates the concept of racism, white supremacy. So this is a good book as well. So we're gonna do these every week, bring books to y'all.
Yeah.
Next week I'm gonna bring this book on evolution because Hollow had a bar where he said apes never evolved, and that really pissed me off.
He said that against math?
Yeah. And,
really?
and the whole crowd went crazy. That lets you know how battle rap culture just skipped science class.
That's not true.
Fucking ridiculous.
That's not true at all.
It sure isn't.
We could, and then if you're gonna bring that book, I'm gonna bring a book on and this astrophysicist that I'm sure you guys are all familiar with, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I love that man. That dude is sick. He's sick. Sick.
He's funny, dog.
Yeah, he'll battle you and
How
bust
you go
your
from
ass.
how you go from Suge Knight to Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Dude, it's the duality. You know what I
Damn.
mean?
You're
I
a
got.
deep- you're a well-rounded brother.
A well-rounded individual, dude. Some would say I'm a fake blood too. You know, but it is what it is. You know, I can't
All
please
right.
everybody.
Let's wrap it up. This is
Yeah.
episode 2
Yeah.
of the Right Angle Podcast.
Hold on. Wrap it up. You presented a challenge. You ain't gonna put this shit out there? Put it out there, you
Oh,
asshole.
I did on Twitter. If this
We'll put
man,
it out there.
if this man loses 15 pounds,
Consider it done. Look at
I'll-
my face. Done. Consider it done.
if Loyalty loses 15 pounds, I'll get back in the ring. I'll battle anybody.
Do I get to pick them?
Yeah, but you have to lose 15 pounds in a
How
fast.
many?
I'm not like a year, bro.
Bro, man, stop, man. Don't do me like that, bro.
What's
Come on.
decent? What's decent, Ava?
A year? That's a long.
No,
that's what I'm
not a
saying,
year.
yeah.
What's decent?
I don't know. Maybe
15
like
30
pounds?
days?
Maybe a month.
Okay.
30 days,
You
yeah.
got 30 days.
So I can, but I'm telling you my top 2 that I want you. I want you to get T-Top or T-Top, Twerk, or K-Shine.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
You got a month.
Yeah.
February 19th.
Give me a month, man.
What
Yeah.
do you mind saying what your weight is right now?
Hell no, I ain't telling y'all that.
Oh, no.
Hell no, I'm not getting on
Give
that
me that,
scale,
bitch.
bro.
We got
I'm not
Give me
getting on
that.
that scale.
Look.
No, I'm putting
won't
me
do
on the
it.
spot.
Oh, we
Not
got the
putting me
scale.
on the spot. Absolutely not.
Okay, we'll keep it between us.
Hell no.
We won't tell the correct. we
Got
won't-
me all the way fucked up.
What a sucker.
Man, father, fuck you, dude.
Are you
can
really
just
that
tell off my
embarrassed?
face. We'll do it at home or something, dude. I'm not doing that shit.
Oh my god.
Fuck you, dude.
Fake
All right, I'll
gangster.
do it. Do I get to take off my shoes and shit?
Fake gangster.
Do I get to do it? Did I take off my shoes?
What kind of shoes you got on?
I got on Adidas.
You ain't got no Timbs, do you, son?
Nah, what?
Or
what?
the mother, you ain't got no Timbs on, B.
Who said that? Who says that?
Some East Coast niggas.
That shit-
All right, look.
I'm not getting on that motherfucker right now, bro.
No, I won't tell the crowd.
Fuck you.
All right.
Man, father, fuck you, dude.
After the cameras.
Yeah,
Thank
dude.
you,
Trying
B.
to put me on the spot, man. Fuck
Appreciate you,
dude.
bro. All right, so that was episode 2 of Right Angle Podcast. Beat out the God. You want to go by Fat Boy Loyalty?
I love Fat Boy
That's
Loyalty.
cool.
I embrace. Let me ask you this: what if I like obesity? What if I like percussion? Ain't that what Averb said to you? You asshole.
Let's wrap it up, man.
All right, man.
Once again,
Yeah.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Tune in. We'll be back next week, next
All
Tuesday.
right, man.